Welcome to my studio, and this is my assistant up here, Calypso. So I don't know if you're gonna see
Take a little shot of Calypso.
Yes, she's my old girl. She usually sits under my easel, but I need Calypso in my studio. She inspires me. So it's a fairly small place, but the light is good, and so I'm trying to I usually get inspired, but although I prepare every time I do something, I take a lot of pictures and prepare what I want to do. My best work usually is in people and pets, as you probably will see, I love tons of color. I love my characters to explode a little bit from inside out on the canvas. So this is when for me magic happens, when I almost can feel that either my pet's gonna sneeze at me or I can feel the blood flowing under the skin, and when that happens, it's when art becomes art and is really art, and that's phenomenal. I was trained in France and copied all masters. This is the way, you know, we used to train, to draw, and usually the teacher would just go in the alley of canvases, and if he didn't like what you did, he just took your page and just tear it up, and you had to just draw again. And it was a little more, maybe a little more discipline and harder than maybe some classes that you can find in the United States, where teachers usually are more compelling with your artwork. It seems that you have to be trained in the School of Art Knocks in France or in Europe, but it was good. You know, I tried mini classes in London, and I was a street artist before. I did portraits on the street, and that's also a very hard school, but it's a very good school. I started early on, but for me it was a cocoon, because I went to boarding school very young. It was a very strict boarding school, and so I started to actually disappear inside that world very early on. And my world when I was a child, I would paint trees, and those trees would be empty, and it would be the home of thousands of mice, and each tree had many floors, and with a grandma mouse, you know, doing some sewing on the Singer machine, and another mouse, you know, playing music, and also I had a subterranean world that I'd invented with an hedgehog. So, and the hedgehog, which is very unusual, was in love with a vacuum cleaner.